Hey Feminine, let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty, cause ain't nothing to it but to zoo it. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages here for feminine? All right. Alrighty. We have walls closing in. Okay. Secret weapon. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right, we have flexibility. Overload. Money worship. Lord, Lord, Lord. Okay. I don't know. The way that it's coming to me is like you are in love with, or you're dealing with somebody who is always working, always dealing with things. People like to throw their problems onto this person. It may come across to you as if they are more into work, or they're more into their career, or they're more focused on money than they are on this connection. That could just be how they are. That could be how they were raised. That could be their understanding of what them in a relationship is supposed to be like, you know, the man, the woman, whatever their role is. They could just feel like the provider, you know, and that's what the provider is supposed to do. Work like this, do this, make this amount of money, have this going on, whatever, right? And I feel like, again, if this is not something that is because of just simply the way they were raised, it could be like a cultural thing, like that's just what they believe, how they move, how they do, you know. And the reality of the situation is that is what it's like, you know. You being a provider, you're supposed to have certain things going on so that you can provide. That's just what it is, right? You cannot call yourself a provider if you're not providing anything. But with the overload, it's just like you're doing too much. It's something there about it. All right, person could have maybe 4 or 5 different jobs. Okay, they got something going on. But I feel like you are the only thing, you are the only person that can get this person to stop for a second, a minute, an hour. Like, you're the only person who can get that out of them. But there's always people that need something from them. You know, there's always people that need something from this person. I feel like if you don't work with or around this person, then you're going to start incorporating some of your methods into their routine. Now, how do you do that? Well, it says here you have a secret weapon. So the way I feel about that is like you just have your ways. You have your ways of getting this person to unwind. You have your ways of getting this person to step out of their comfort zone. You have your ways of getting this person to not look at things a certain type of way. In a negative light. Okay, like that's just what this feels like. It feels more positive than anything else. Okay, but let us see. All right, it says removing the walls built by cultural differences, sexual orientation, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable. There is no more space for denial, only for resolution. Okay, our backgrounds may be worlds apart, but our hearts remain aligned, breaking the walls that try to keep us apart. Even when the world sees walls, we find a way to stay united, choosing love over division. Okay, so it's like you're supposed to be doing this because, you know, you're the nurturer. I'm supposed to be doing this because I'm the provider, you know. And in the event that certain things go undone, maybe there's a lot of pressure that's on this person where they feel like, oh, I should be doing more. I could have did this. I could have did that. They're not used to somebody loving them as is, you know, the way that they show up for who they are. Maybe not necessarily what they have. You know, it's nice that they're able to do things for you. I'm sure you appreciate it. You welcome it, right? Like you're not pushing it away because that's a blessing. It's a blessing. But I just feel like you're not looking at them like, you know why I want you? those pockets, you know, like that's not where your head is at. Okay, so that in itself could be your secret weapon. The fact that you love them, like you fully love them. Okay, and they feel that love. So it says, I'm battling my insecurities and re-examining our relationship. It is life altering and also extremely empowering. At times I struggle, but I know you are my secret weapon. what I just said. It's like they know that they can count on you. Never even had that card before. Didn't have this one in a reading yet either. Okay. But it says adapt and overcome and bend without breaking. Hiding is strategy, not weakness. And I say you the only person that gets this person to take a minute, take a moment, pause, breathe, okay? Because rest is actually very healing for you, okay? And again, I feel like it's always somebody in this person's face. Hey, we need you to sign this. We need this. What you think about this? What you think about that? Hey, such and such called. Such and such is on line 5. Like, it's just so much going on. Hey, we need you down at this room. Such and such and such. But when they talk to you, when, you know, they step into that bubble with you, it's like they get to have a moment. And they might really have to hide somewhere. This could be a person at work hiding out. You know, they don't find them a little a little hideout spot or something. All right. Yeah, it feels something like that. Whatever their role is, they have a lot of responsibility, and it's always somebody in their face needing something, wanting something, asking something, etc. Okay. But it says strength found in the ability to yield and bounce back. Okay. So again, person could have felt like it's just too much on me. I feel like I'm about to break, but you know what? You're my secret weapon. What's the secret weapon? Aside from the personal space, the personal time, you know, hiding out sometimes every now and again, turning your phone off, ignoring people for a little bit, call it what you want. But when you in that type of position and there's always somebody that needs, wants, something from you, it's healthy for you to just pause for a second. Okay? Like sometimes delegating is best. Like, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. Then that gives you a little bit of time to yourself. Okay? That's what I'm getting, because yeah, it's like this person has many different arms, you know, like an octopus. They can do several different tasks at once, okay, but they should not have to. I also feel like, again, you incorporating some of your ways into their routine. Like you might have a task manager or something that you use. It sounds so simple and minute, and perhaps it is to some, but it would help this person who's keeping track of all these things in their brain instead of writing it down somewhere, you know what I mean? Or something like that. It's something that might be the smallest thing to others, but will be everything to them. Also, what if this person has a role or position that requires them to be all over the place like that, but let's say they have some sort of deficit when it comes to their attention? That might not be the easiest task for them, right? So whatever it is that you assist them with could make it a lot easier, okay? But it says, I doubted our ability to adapt and grow together, causing unnecessary pain. But now I see that our bond is more flexible and resilient than I imagined. All right, so that's beautiful. It's like, yeah, this person is always at work. Yeah, they always busy. But whenever they have a moment, you always get your smooches in. You always make sure that you show them affection, etc. in the time that they have. Okay. Overload. Process involves too many steps and slows down progress. Okay. So again, it's something that this person is doing that could be made a lot easier, but they haven't found the way. Oh, look at it. It really says delegate responsibilities to avoid burnout. It literally says that on this card. You see what I'm saying, y'all? And I don't think we ever had this card before in one of our readings either. Too many responsibilities, and don't let the pressure slow you down. Okay? So again, taking a pause makes one greater. Okay? Makes them more focused. Okay? It says, I avoided talking about how overloaded I felt, hoping it would go away, but it only made things worse. Now the silence between us is heavy. Okay? And money worship, child. Self-interest rules decisions and disregards fairness. Okay, so I feel like a lot of that is what's going on with this. Where they was like, you know, I doubted our ability to adapt because they were going through what they were going through, focused on their career, but going through it with the career, right? And just feeling like if you needed too much attention or if you needed too much time, if you could not share them with all the other things that they had to do, then it wouldn't possibly work. Okay. Values are for sale to the highest bidder. All right. So I feel like that comes into play with job roles and things like that. Again, you know, that's just what it feels like when it comes to what they're doing. Even if something is too much for them, they're doing it because of the money. All right. Money comes first and ethical concerns come second. Okay, so yeah. It says, I want to commit to success. I want to achieve greatness and never look back. I need to release all distractions and fully commit to my ambitions. Okay, so that was the energy that this person was in. They see that doing that was not the best for them. It just left them feeling burnt out. Okay, let us see what the underlying energy here is. All right, self-discipline. Yeah, so this person is getting themselves out of this habit, because this is a habit. This is an addiction, being addicted to money or being addicted to working to get the money, even if the work is killing you, you know. It says stuck in a bad routine that hampers your productivity. Okay, so it's like you're doing all this, but are you really doing all this? Is everything getting done? You know, not with the burnout feeling. Again, they have the capability, but they need to relax. They need to not make this their everything. Okay, and then I feel like they'll easily get it all done. But if they make this their everything, oh, that ain't it. So you, being a secret weapon, you fuel them, you empower them, you get them going, you charge them up. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, again, like I said, a minute, an hour, a little quick vacation, whatever it is, you fuel them up. Okay? Feeling empowered by choosing sobriety over alcohol. Okay, that's another thing that empowers them. So they're just getting all the strength that they need. They're regaining their strength. Okay? Focus on long-term discipline rather than short-term comfort. This is short-term comfort. All right. Yeah, even here inside of this glass while they're on vacation and chilling, is water. Okay. So I feel like this person is stepping away from drinking, and more than likely they drink a lot because of all the stress they were carrying from the work and responsibilities, etc., that they had on them, you know. But it says there are so many temptations to break my discipline, but I'm trying my best to avoid falling into old habits and focus on building a better future. Okay, person might be working out, drinking less, okay, partying a lot less for those of them that was partying, okay. I feel like this person just trapped themselves in work, at work. That's whatever they was doing all the time, working, okay. You ain't even got to say to this person what you're doing, because you already know what they're doing, working, okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what are the messages? For feminine, I felt that, but it didn't come out, so it's okay. Two of Wands, a choice, a path. You know, they can stay doing the same thing they've been doing, get the same results, or they can try something different and see how that works out. Okay. Yeah, the Emperor, they realize that they've been standing in their own way. They've been their own roadblock here. Okay. Yeah, this person is definitely a leader. They could also be an entrepreneur, this person. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, they could have just recently started a new business. Okay. I also feel this energy here where they might be afraid to hire someone. That's why they do so much on their own. They're afraid to hire other people or something like that. Afraid somebody might steal from them, or that they can't necessarily trust people. Five of Wands. There could have been some sort of conflict. There could be some sort of conflict now. All right. There's a reason why this person feels like they got to do it all themselves. They can't, they can't trust the people around them. They can trust you, but I don't know who or what this is that they cannot trust. Okay, if this is a family business or anything like that, you know, it might feel like the family puts everything on them and they can't delegate responsibilities because these people don't know what to do. We have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is clarity, though. Ace of Swords is truth. It's honesty. So when it comes to this person's feelings for you, that we don't have to trust. We don't have to worry about, oh, is it Seven of Swords because of us, because of this? Are they lying about this? Are they really more so focused on their career? They're focused on their career, but they're also learning how to make space and time for who they love, what they love, the relationship they want to be a part of, etc. The people around them, they don't trust those people to get the work done. They don't trust them to do it the right way, something. They feel like if they were to leave certain things in people's hands, everything would blow up. This could be because certain people are envious. Again, let's say they built up a business of their own and they hire family or they hire friends. Okay, these people are getting paid to be there. They have a job, but are they doing the work? They more than likely put all the work, everything on this person. Maybe they're not skilled. Maybe they're not certified. Who knows? Okay. It's something there. That's where everything ultimately falls on this person anyway. Okay, it could also just be a very, very toxic work environment if it's not family and friends, and it's just them, you know, these are the people that they're always around. So that will ultimately be the people they're closest to, the people that you spend all your time with during the week. That's the people you're closest to. Okay, there's a reason why everything is on them and they feel like they can't just move forward or move on. However, with this money worship, right, in the event that there's a better, higher paying opportunity somewhere, even if it means them stepping down out of leadership role, that might be something they're also considering, just because of how much came with it, how much stress or something like that. Okay, they could have taken a position because of the money or did something because of the money, only to realize it's more stressful than they thought or something like that. The devil, 5 of cups, be putting them in a place of just feeling like their attention, their focus, their drive is not in the right place. All right, Page of Swords, becoming curious about other things, other options. Okay, so there's going to be lots of reasons to celebrate coming up here. Whatever they want to do, they will be victorious and successful with doing it. That's great. Okay, I feel like this person, they've made some pretty great investments over time into themselves. So they could do whatever they want to do, pretty much. All right, and I feel like they're deciding to move forward. They're deciding to move on, leave certain things behind and really implement, you know, balancing out my relationship, you know, and my career, not just putting my career above everything and then letting this relationship that I have with what I feel like is a soulmate fall to the wayside. So again, I feel like that's the choice. You know, continue on the same path that I've been on, and we see how that's working out for me, stressing me the fuck out, causing me to miss out on true love, things like that. I don't want to do that, right? But then with the Strength card here, again, I feel like you empower them, okay? You are this person's soft spot or soft place. 9 of Pentacles. You're very independent, extremely confident, very much so grounded. Okay, you're secure. You have a secure attachment style. So again, while this person is doing whatever they're doing, you're not thinking, oh, they're out here creeping or this or that. No, you know this person is working. You know that they're extremely ambitious and very much so driven. All right, yeah, you trust that they love you, that their love is with and for you. Okay, so yeah, let us see. That's what it feels like. I feel like that's the choice that they have to make, you know. They want to hire people, but they feel like they can't because they have trauma around that. Okay, maybe they just need a whole new squad. Yeah, we got the 7 of Swords here. It keeps coming out every time I talk about that. They just need a whole new squad, whole new team. They need to fire everybody and hire new people. People that they don't know. People who feel like, you know, the job actually matters to them. People who are qualified to do whatever it is that they need them to do, etc. It's something along those lines, okay? Feels like everything along those lines. All right, we have the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like they would rather have someone to share it all with than to be heartbroken, alone, burnt out, you know, because they're overly focused on work and career. All right, their thing is about providing. They're going to provide regardless of whichever path they decide to take. I feel like this person moves with integrity, but they really need to learn how to say no to certain people. That's a karmic lesson that they're learning. How to say no, how to put up better restrictions, how to block certain energies out and keep them out. Okay, this person could have had a fear around like being broke, you know. They could have, like, I'm gonna do anything to make sure I'm never broke. Like maybe they had something happen before, you know, during childhood. Maybe they experienced certain things, or growing up, things could have just been kind of rough for them or something, as to where that's what they were even thinking. Like, I gotta go as hard as possible all the time because I refuse. You know, it's like being in the energy of survival, right? And then just being kind of stuck in that energy, being stuck on that mode. Even though I'm in a much better place now, things are looking up, all this other stuff, I'm still stuck in that mode. Four of Wands is twin flame union. This could be your twin here, twin. Okay. They look at you as their soul's home. There could be home business, all right? Maybe they're thinking about doing that, home business, so that they can spend more time with you. Like I know some people like, I gotta get out the house, I gotta do this away from the house, so that, you know, some people, it's like whatever works for you and your person, right? Yeah, Empress, whatever works for you and your person. All right. Some people feel like, well, I work out the house, my person works in the house, that works for us, because then it gives us time to miss each other. Y'all can miss each other because y'all can have offices that are in two completely different parts of the house. You can always take that into consideration, but you're there. You could always come and steal your smooches and different things like that, you know. So I feel like that's where the person is coming from. But, you know, do what works for you. Not everybody can do the same thing. You know, some people feel like they got to be out the house. They got to be away from their person. Well, you guys actually really enjoy each other and really enjoy each other's company. So it's like, I want to be around you. I want to spend time with you. You bring me peace. You make me feel good. You know, that type of thing. We always have fun together, etc. It's not something you push away or fight off. You know, you embrace. So yeah, they could be thinking about that, starting a home business or transferring the business to home, and whatever they had people doing in office that they already were not doing right or something, they're just going to hire other people to work from home. Or what's the thing, y'all? Like maybe get temps or something like that. Or, you know, there's different things that they could do. I thought you're going to give them different ideas, all right, as to how they can still get this stuff done. You know, they could also hire people overseas if they need customer service, like whatever it is, okay? I'm sure you'll give them whatever idea they need, okay? All right, like I said, they're going to bring the money home regardless, to the Pentacles, okay? We have the Six of Cups, okay? So it could have been a family business. Six of Cups being innocence, childhood, purity, siblings, all right? Could be family. So Eight of Pentacles being work. Yeah, it could have been. All right, but the Tower, something needed to shift, something needed to change. Okay. Queen of Cups, yeah. Yes, definitely. Okay. So I feel like this person is trusting you, your intuition. That's what I said. You're very influential when it comes to whatever this person is about to do. And it's not like you're leading them in the wrong direction. It's their idea. Like they're saying, you know, this is driving me crazy. I feel overworked. I feel overburdened. XYZ 1, 2, 3. I wish this were easier. ... You say, well, why don't you do this, this, and this? That's not necessarily you saying, hey, you know what you should do since you're so stressed. And no, you know, they came to you with it. And so you're giving them what you think, what you feel. And the two of you are on one accord about that. That's what it seems here. Okay, on one accord about that, and how this would work out better for them and for y'all. And when you get to a certain stage in your life, that's ultimately what you have to do. You have to pick what's better for you and the person you say you want to be with. You know, this the person you want to raise a family with or have businesses with, things like that. So it goes from being one thing to something else. I just feel like they're shifting paths. Okay, shifting paths here. Yeah, see, and it's because of this, the people that they cannot trust, okay? So it is what it is. I mean, these same people can go and get other jobs and do other things. You know, it's like it was their career. It's this person's career that people were pretty much tampering with. Yeah, the Moon. Okay, let us see. The Page of Swords, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is what they want. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles with you. Maybe they don't always show it. Okay, they were more so focused on work. Now you know why they were focused on work. They couldn't necessarily trust the people around them to get certain things done. And for others of you, like I said, if it's not a family business, it's just a toxic work environment that they have. And now this person wants to do something of their own, start their own business. Okay, it could be home business, could be something that the two of you do together. Okay, but they don't want work, career, stuff like that to keep them from you. They don't want negative habits, things like that to keep them from you. Okay. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, the World. I feel like this karmic lesson that they were learning, it might have taken a while for them to really get certain things, see certain things, accept certain things, be ready to move and act on certain things. Nevertheless, all right, the time has come with the World card, okay? The time has come. This person realizes what they need to do for themselves to feel better. They're going to take the action that they need to take, because see, the Four of Swords is healing, and it's peace of mind, it's rest, right? It's progress. Eight of Wands. So going from this energy, Nine of Swords, being anxious all the time, because Four of Pentacles, somebody could have been stealing money there. The person could have been racking their brain trying to figure out what was going on with certain things, and them having to pretty much do everybody's job could have made them look like they were stealing from the company or something. And even if it was their own company, ultimately, in the event they were to get audited, baby, it wouldn't be good. It doesn't matter if it's your business or not. You know what I mean? You're still not supposed to steal from the business, okay? So, you know, there's a certain way to move. So I said, it's just people grimy. You know, they felt like they couldn't talk to certain people around them, couldn't confide in certain people around them, because those people could have been the ones doing whatever this is. Okay, what is this? Five of Swords. Page of Cups, Eight of Cups. Okay. I feel like this is somebody that they already... This is not a sibling. A sibling that feels away because more power was given to them. Like, again, if this was a family business and it was something that was just passed down, then this is somebody around them that they just can't trust, that when they catch them in a lie or they catch them doing something they don't have no business, they bring it up. But the person apologizes because they claim that, oh, I didn't know what I was doing, or I didn't understand. Okay. Five of Wands and Six of Cups. The Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, right? Not all of you, but for some of you, karmic lesson could have been person. Like, if it was something like that going on, like karmic person, okay? For some, not all. Either way it goes, I feel like this person is completing the karmic lesson. They're learning what they need to learn. They're seeing what they need to see. They're making room and space for who and what they really want here. Instead of continuing to be in a dark space, they're stepping into the light and allowing their love to, you know, just be what it is. Okay? They want to find a way to balance it all. They feel like they can have it all with you. That's what they want. That's what they're focused on. They're leaving that old chapter behind. So they're choosing a new path. Choosing a new path, going a new direction. This could have been something, again, that took a while, but nevertheless, here it is happening. Okay, all things in divine timing. Okay, so those are the messages that I have here for you on today. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and happiness.